I'm convinced that some women are allergic to respect and are allergic to taking accountability. 99% of what I post targets men. 99% of the videos start with fellas. We need to do this. Fellas, we need to do that. And I got hundreds of thousands of women who are in the comments and they are agreeing because somebody finally said it from a man's perspective. I'm glad a man finally said this. But the second that I post something from a man's perspective of where a woman needs to be accountable, some women just cannot take ownership, accept accountability, or allow the shoe to fit without reversing it or without saying it goes both ways. And the post that I put up was about why do some women, and I didn't say all women, want unconditional love, but they can't give unconditional respect. And comment after comment after comment is, what if he doesn't deserve respect? And all of these different reasons of why not to respect a man. And a lot of women said, I hear what you're saying, but God tells a man to love his wife like Christ loved the church. First off, I wasn't talking about that perspective. I wasn't talking about a man loving his wife like Christ loved the church. I got about 6 videos speaking directly to a man about loving his wife like Christ loved the church. And that was the topic that I was speaking on. So that was the target of that message. The target of this message, why do some women want unconditional love, but they can't seem to give unconditional respect? And at the end of the day, yes, God told a man to love his wife like Christ loved the church. He didn't say that it has to be reciprocated. He didn't say that if you love your wife like Christ loved the church, then she will respect you. He didn't say none of that. That is just the commandment that he gave a man, was to love your wife like Christ loved the church. The same thing when he said, wives, reverence your husband. He didn't say reverence your husband unless he's loving you right. Reverence your husband unless he's doing this or he's doing that. He just said, wives, reverence your husband. So at the end of the day, we all have to stand before God on Judgment Day, and husbands have to answer for if they love their wives like Christ loved the church. Just like women are going to have to answer, did they respect and reverence their husband like God told them to? You can't stand before God and say, Lord, he wasn't loving me right, and Lord, he didn't show me appreciation, and Lord, he didn't pursue me. God is going to say, amen, my daughter, but what did I tell you to do? So you can go back and forth with your perspective and your issue all that you want, but it does not change the word that God gave each person specific instructions, whether it was reciprocated or not. The Bible actually says, let everything you do it unto the Lord. So you should respect your husband unto the Lord. If we're going to bring connection, if we're going to create change, then you have to take accountability for your part. You can't keep shifting the blame, and you can't keep pointing the finger at what you believe he's doing or he's not doing. When it comes to some women being held accountable, it's like they're allergic to the accountability. And this ain't all women. This is for those women that are allergic to accountability and allergic to giving something without receiving it. Jesus gave his life. He gave his life without the understanding that he was going to be reciprocated with us laying down our life for him. But you want to get something for what you're giving. That's selfish.